God, I don't know why I thought this video was a good idea. So following on with the series where I come up with one buff or one nerf, I decided to kind of combine both of them for this video, as I really couldn't think of a buff for every weapon as well as a nerf for every weapon. So I'm gonna straight up say, here's one change for every weapon. Some pretty solid ideas, some just kind of pointless, and then some are just completely stupid and should never exist. I'll be real, I do not validate a lot of this, okay? Sometimes, NFX's brain is kind of dumb. So if you guys enjoy this series, be sure to like the video. I don't know, 1,700 likes in the first 24 hours, and I'll make another one of whatever you guys want me to do. That'll be interesting. Also, I've been streaming a lot on Twitch recently with a bunch of these series I've been doing. So be sure to go follow my Twitch at NFX, as well as be sure to subscribe and receive the beautiful, voluptuous NFX charm. I mean, god damn, that thing's sexy. All right, let's get right into the video. All right, I'm pretty much gonna go in order because to me it makes sense. Starting off with the M4. For the love of God, can we please fix the reload bug on this fucking gun? For some reason, this gun has this reload bug where if you don't fully complete the animation, or at least it looks like you did, but for some reason you somehow didn't, it won't actually reload your gun and you'll have to take another second to fully reload. The amount of times I have died with this stupid ass reload thing is obnoxious. This gun is amazing. It's got solid damage, no recoil. It's honestly a perfect weapon other than this stupid broken mechanic. We all know what I'm talking about. The M249. This is kind of weird, but I just said we need to increase reload speed on this gun. Now, I know people are probably wondering, but NFX, this is an LMG. Yeah, I get that, but I'm convinced that this is the slowest fucking reloading LMG in the game, and it gets me killed so many goddamn times. The L8 5A2. Alright, for realsies though, the L8 has got to be one of the best guns in the goddamn game. No questions asked. It's got no recoil, good damage, and solid fire rate. The only change I could see happening to this gun is reducing the mag size from 31 to 26. Is that a major change? No. But it's the only one that I can come up with to make somewhat sense. It's lame, yeah, but I mean, there's my idea, I guess. I didn't say it was a good one. The AR-33. Again, this is a weird change, but can we please get a different sound effect for this gun? Like, to be real, this gun genuinely sounds lame. I mean, listen to it. God, that just made me completely flaccid. Now, imagine if this gun had the sound effect of, like, the ACR from MW2. Or the Commando from Black Ops 1. Now replace that with the current sound.
How's that ass feeling?
It's goddamn beautiful. The M590A1, aka SAS Shoddy. You know how Valk Spaz has the banana skin? Can we just get that, but on this shotgun? That's legit the only change I want. Like, yeah, I have some really cool skins like this one, as well as Glacier and some other rare stuff. But to be honest, nothing beats the goddamn banana skin. I will ride or die for the banana. The R4C. Okay, real talk, I just don't think the R4C, at least on Ash, should have the ACOG. I think when ACOG was removed, we saw a smarter breed of Ash mains, and I'm convinced that ACOG just creates brain-dead players who just pick for the gun and ruin the game experience for the rest of their teammates. It's just stupid. I fucking hate it. The G36C, horizontal recoil. This gun used to run the rank street, and it's not bad, but it's also not good. I would rather pick the R4C on Ash or the ARX on Yana. I mean, look at that recoil pattern. I'm telling you right now, with vertical grip on it, that's a lie. There is no way that's what the recoil pattern looks like. This thing stinks. The 556XI. Have you guys ever seen that Thermite Pro League skin that released with Glacier? The blue and gold skin? Can that skin just be universal and not only for this gun? Now, I know this is not a direct change, but considering it is an exclusive skin just for this gun, and I do think it's the best Pro League skin, I do think I have to put it under the change because I fucking love that skin. The M1014. To be honest, I really couldn't think of a change for this shotgun. That was insane. So, guys, just imagine a goddamn drum mag on this thing. The F2, vertical grip, vertical grip, vertical grip, vertical grip. I don't know why we deemed this gun to not have a grip. It's just stupid, and I can only use this gun with the one-time scope, and even then, it's still rough for me. Why the fuck did they take it away from us? Like, why would they do that? I love the F2, or I loved it. I can't use this gun no more. Look at that recoil pattern. Like, my God. Just remember remember what it looked like. It looks so good with the vertical grip. It looks so stupid without it. It's just trash. The 417. I think the 3x scopes for the 417, and honestly this should be for all DMRs, should just be an option as a normal ACOG. I love these scopes, specifically this one, and it sucks that it has to be a 3x. Like, nobody actually enjoys 3x scopes. It's just too much, too magnified in. I enjoy the reticle. That's literally it. That's the only reason why I love these scopes. Please give that to us. And that should go for all DMRs. The SGCQB. Personally, one of my favorite shotguns in game, and the only thing that sucks about it is the pump time and animation. Sometimes the animation glitches and it doesn't seem to pump the shotgun properly, and when you go to take a second shot, you are just kind of stuck there, doing nothing except pumping it again, and you tend to die. And that's the only reason why I hate this gun. The animation, it's kind of similar to the M4 animation as well as the para, but for some reason it just hits a lot harder on the CQB shotgun, considering you literally just pumped it and it did nothing. It's stupid. The OTS-03, aka Glaz's DMR. Hitbox accuracy. This gun is the only gun that genuinely lies about where the reticle is. I can shoot a guy perfectly in the chest 5 times and only 2 shots hit. It doesn't make sense. Literally in my last video, I hit an ace as Glaz, and you'll see how many times where I'm shooting the person and it's just not registering. Granted, it does have visual recoil, but my shots are still on the person. I mean, just look at this clip.
Okay, I'm not spectating. Yeah, thank you.
What is the hit range on this gun? The bearing 9. I say a slight increase to the magazine. So 31 bullets. The SMG-12 has over 30. Why can't a gun with a bigger mag do the same? I love this thing. And I think it's honestly the most underrated secondary weapon. And maybe that goes because there's not a lot of operators that actually have it that are deemed usable at the moment. But I think this is secretly better than a lot of the secondary SMGs. And I'm pretty sure if it had a higher magazine, it would have a bigger pick rate. The AK-12. I'll be real, I think the AK needs a nerf. Now put down your torches and goddamn pitchforks. Allow me to explain. I don't think it should be a crazy nerf, but I'm tired of people picking ace just for the gun and not the ability. I feel like if the gun had a little bit of recoil, we would start to see more well-rounded support players. Fuse players strictly pick Fuse for the ability. Ace players usually pick Ace for the fact that it has the AK. In reality, Ace is the worst hard breacher. It's kind of similar to how Ash ACOG exists and Ram's R4C ACOG exists. The same thing, except it's pretty much Fuse versus Ace. The 6P41. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to write down something for this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say, can we please reduce the recoil? Now, I don't want it to be reverted back to when the fucking LMG meta just absolutely ran the rank streets, because that was a horrific time, but this is one of the most unusable guns in the game. This recoil is actually terrible. Like, it's horrible, unusable garbage. I'd say after like, I don't know, 10 bullets, it starts to go wonky, but the fact that the first like 3 and it's already fucked is kind of crazy. The 5.56 Commando. This gun is only on IQ and Grim. What if for IQ, you added a sensor on the side of the gun? So instead of the flip wrist thing, it's just a sensor on the side of the Commando. Like the heartbeat sensor in MW2. If you guys remember that, I think it was pretty cool. Now you guys are probably going, Anifex, you've definitely said this before, and that's because I am gonna keep fucking saying it until they do it. It is an amazing idea. But what I haven't said is, what if for Grim, they added an underbarrel grenade launcher? Instead of that stupid ass cannon you take out, you get to just shoot it straight from the underbarrel. Now the unfortunate part when you use it for Grim is it would replace the vertical grip, but it would be a really cool thing to be added. The AUG. Increased fire rates. I feel like the AUG is a solid gun, but the only thing that holds it back is how clunky it is. Look at the Black Ops 1 AUG. This thing is a goddamn beam and the fire rate is just straight up maniacal. But in Siege, it just fucking isn't. And it's why I never use the AUG on IQ. And to be honest, I don't really use it on Wamai either. The G8. I feel like the ACOG on this gun is just kind of overkill, so I say we need to remove that. It has no recoil, a big ass magazine, and a good sight. It needs some type of balance, and honestly, it just comes down to just remove the ACOG. We've already had the G8 with no ACOG. It really wasn't broken. It didn't feel nerfed. It honestly felt fine. I think we need to revert back to that option. The C8. I'm not gonna lie, this gun is genuinely perfection. Like, it's just beautiful. The only change is I wish more operators had this gun. I say add it to the recruit attacker. It's just a masterpiece. That's the only change I could think of it. It's just so well-rounded. I couldn't even think of a proper nerf for it. Just add it to another character. Only change we need. The cameras. This is a weird change, but can we please change the sound effect? This gun is so fucking loud and sounds like I'm shooting a rail gun, and to me, it doesn't match it. I know it's a stupid change, but it always bothered me, and I like the sound of certain guns. Also, Buck's DMR is the only gun in the game that sounds different to another player than the player using it. What I mean is, if you're a defender, you can hear and tell what gun is being shot, but if somebody is shooting the cameras, it doesn't sound the same. And honestly, will fuck a lot of players over on defense. I know I'm not the only one that noticed that, but it's just a stupid change, and I just think it needs to be addressed. The MK17 CQB. This gun just sucks. I say either increase magazine size or increase fire rate. Another gun that's just so clunky. Either or, that's all we need to do to this gun. The SR25. This is one of the only DMRs in the game that has visual recoil besides Glass's DMR. I swear to God when I'm shooting it, it's just not hitting, based on my gun jumping so much. Just look at this clip from one of my last videos. I swear to God my reticle's on this person most of the time, and it's just giving so much visual recoil where it's just hard to adjust. The Para 308. Two things for the Para. Just like the M4, the reload animation needs to be fixed, and this gun needs a slight increase in fire rate. Nothing crazy, but I feel like I would rather use the LMG on Cap or the DMR on Brava. The Type 89. For the love of God, please give me more bullets. This magazine size for this gun is just shit. 21 bullets with one in the chamber is it's just terrible. Every time I try to shoot anything, I feel like I have to reload. 21 bullets? Bro, give this fucking bitch a drum mag. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, but at least increase it to like 30. It's actually really hard to get like a double kill with this gun off the simple fact that sometimes you're just forced to kind of pre-fire somebody. The Supernova. Now imagine if the Supernova had a kill effect, just like Halo Infinite. Like someone just blows the fuck up like a supernova. That would be fitting and hilarious. Is it a stupid idea? Of course it is. Guys, I didn't say all these ideas were gonna be good. Some are gonna be fun. The gun's name is Supernova. It should have a supernova themed death. That's all I'm saying. Someone should just get absolutely annihilated like a blowing up sun. The C7E. All right, this gun is pretty amazing. I don't think it needs any changes, to be honest, but I will say black ice on this shit looks terrible. I mean, for God's sakes, this thing does not look good with black ice. Like, it just doesn't even look like black ice. It just looks like a light blue skin with a tint of white. Every other black ice skin is kind of like nice looking and actually, you know, looks like fucking ice. The C7E, it just, it does not look good. The PDW-9. Remember when you could laser beam hip fire with this thing? Yeah, so do I. Look at this clip and tell me you don't want this to return. It was so fun.
Friendly, last operator standing.
The ITA-12L. I just call it the Itali. I don't know why, but this gun actually just sucks. Like, it's terrible. This might not be a good idea, but considering how bad it already is, I'm gonna just say, can we just give this shotgun slug rounds? Decrease the pump action time and just give it slug rounds. I really don't think this gun can get any worse. Let's just do it. The T95 LSW. Increase body damage or increase fire rate. I say body damage, to be honest, to like around 50. Now that might be deemed too broken, but the fire rate, I swear to God, does not match. This thing, I promise you, is not doing 46 damage. It's so bad and I hate it. I hate this gun. It's got no recoil, which is cool, but I swear to God, I'm just shooting fucking Nerf bullets and I just can't with it. It just pisses me off. The 612 fully automatic. When I say fully automatic, I want to feel like the striker from Modern Warfare 2. Just an absolute nightmare.
Wait, we can get a lot of kills here. Okay. Got two. There's one more in here. Okay. Dude, I just cooked.
Okay, now this one goes for both the LMGE and the M762. And I say this because they're both on Zofia, and I don't even know where to begin. The recoil for both these weapons as a whole needs to be reworked. These guns used to be either broken or just really good. The LMGE I get was broken, okay? 150 rounds with no recoil was fucking crazy. The M762 nerf made no sense to me. It absolutely made no sense. They legit nerfed Zophia's primary weapons into the dirt to the point where the only time you see anybody using these guns is a fucking Cronus, and it's just annoying. I say we at least revert back the M762, but the LMGE needs some type of nerf as well in terms of just reduce the magazine size to maybe 100 and reduce the recoil just slightly. That's more than one change, but these things are just absolutely piss water. The MK14. This is a stupid change, but can we please get skins like Glacier on this gun? I have so many OG skins and it pisses me off that I can't run them on the MK14. It is my favorite gun and it just upsets me. Out of all these options, these are fucking terrible. None of these are good. These are like the most basic, and I literally mean basic skins. Like, they're not even good looking, okay? I'm gonna be real. Now look at skins like this, like Chupanazo, or Akinosuru, or Piranha, Loyalty, Ryuko. Why can't I use this on the MK14 EBR? Now, I know I'm arguing over a weapon skin on a gun, but I just find it stupid and annoying that every time a new season comes out with a new weapon, you can't run the previous season skins. It's stupid, and it just doesn't make sense. The Bosch G. This is going to be controversial. No ACOG on defense. I know, but I've made the Bosch G for an entire week with this video you see on your screen, and I have to say right now, it's genuinely just a crutch. All you have to do is just hold somewhat of a tight angle and just get a pixel one-shot somebody. It's just broken, okay? I'm not saying remove it on attack. I'm saying remove it on defense. As much as I love the ACOG, I'm getting pissed off of just getting one-shot by some dickhead just holding a pixel. The SMG-12. This gun has been ruining Siege in my opinion. Can we just add more recoil to this stupid gun? That recoil pattern, I swear to God, does not exist. It says it's off the charts. That's bullshit. This gun is a goddamn laser beam to the few people that actually know how to use it, and it just pisses me off. Now, you could deem it as a skill issue, I understand, but honestly, the amount of times I died is somebody just genuinely having the worst aim, but just because of the fire rate of this gun kills me, it's just annoying as hell. The C75 auto. What in the fuck are these iron sights? What is this? Like what is, like, actually, what is that? This thing is terrible. Like, this gun is actually so good. This iron sight is dog shit. Like, bro, it looks like I'm literally aiming through a Roblox cube right now. Like, it's terrible. It looks like they didn't even finish rendering out the iron sights. That's how bad this shit looks. That's the only change I want for this pistol. The V308. I'll be real, I don't ever use this gun because if I play Lion, I'm only going to use the DMR. But I will say, I think this gun should have an option to be either the SMG version, where its fire rate is high and its magazine is low, or the current state of it just being an assault rifle. I would love that option. It's literally the same fucking gun. Why can't that be a thing? Can you imagine just running around as Lion with an SMG of the Vector? I would just be beaming and swinging everybody. The Spear 308. I remember when this gun used to rule the rank streets and strike fear into the hearts of the enemies, but this thing just seems so ass now. It's not too noticeable to a lot of players, but I notice its recoil is just not bad, but it's weird. I mean, you can kind of tell by the recoil pattern. For a weapon that only has a one-time scope, I feel like you're putting in way too much effort. So the genuine change I would have for this is just reduce the recoil just slightly. The AR-15. Increase the magazine size. 10 bullets is crazy. That's legit the only thing that needs to happen for this gun. I would love to use this over the M4 as, again, I love DMRs. I love using this thing on Tubarão, but on attack, it's just not it. Especially when I have to pre-fire certain corners. I only have 10 rounds to do so. I can't really pre-fire with 10 rounds. Other DMRs, like, you can pre-fire because they have a lot of bullets in it, right? This gun, you shoot 3 bullets. 3 bullets is not even it's a horrible pre-fire. You're already down a third of the magazine. That's fucking crazy. I just say increase the mag size. The ARX. This is my pride and joy, my beautiful baby. The reason I wake up every morning. I wouldn't change anything about this gun, except maybe add 10 more bullets to the magazine. That's literally it. It doesn't even need to happen, if I'm being real. This gun doesn't need a lot of changes or any changes at all, but if it could have any cool change, I'd say at least add 5 more bullets, maybe 10. If you want to be generous, give me a drum mag on this bitch for real. The AK-74M. Now, this is mainly for Nomad, but can I please have an option to put a fucking vertical grip on this thing? It's on Deimos, okay? It's on Deimos. Why can't I use it on Nomad? I get Nomad is missing like a finger and a half, but it does not mean she can't hold the fucking grip. It's stupid. It makes no sense. I would like to use this over the ARX. It is a solid gun, but I'm gonna use the ARX because of the reduced recoil. That's literally it. The F90, probably one of the only guns that have genuine negative recoil. It's literally a laser beam, so I just say add some type of vertical recoil. This gun is too good not to have any type of challenge. For my gridlock mains, or aka my Anifex mains, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. The M249 Saw. I personally hate the stupid ass magazine that just hangs on the side of this gun. It just takes up so much of my screen. It's a stupid reason, I understand. I want this gone. I would rather have Capitão's LMG with more bullets than this stupid ass thing with this stupid, like, limpy looking goddamn magazine. Like, look at this shit. Like, my god, it just looks like a wart that's just attached to the side of my finger. Like, it's disgusting. The FMG9, ACOG on Smoke's FMG. I said this for years. It makes no sense why the ACOG is on attack but not on defense. It's a risk when you play Smoke with the FMG9 because it means you're not able to play the shotgun, but I think players should have that option. The CSRX 300. Only thing I would change is make the bullet penetration make sense. How can this gun break walls and one-shot a hatch, but when I shoot somebody in the fucking chest, it doesn't kill them? It's a high-risk, high-reward weapon, but when I use it, I swear to God, it feels like a high-risk, low-reward. It's terrible. It should at least one-shot somebody down. This gun is the definition of bipolar. The SPS MG9. I feel like for a secondary machine pistol, it's honestly the worst one. And it's probably the weird fire rate mixed with the weird recoil. I think both factors need to be reduced. Reduce the recoil, reduce the fire rate. Two changes, I know, but this thing is it's just awkward, man. It is not a good secondary. The MP7. You guys are gonna hate me for this one, but you guys know how everybody loves these iron sights. Now, what if we replace these iron sights with the Cammer's iron sights? Oh, you don't know what the Cammer's iron sights look like? Oh, hold on one second. I swear to God, this is what the iron sights for this fucking gun looks like. Imagine this on the MP7. It's a terrible idea. But like, it looks like I'm looking down like a fucking soda can. Like, that's literally what this looks like. I don't understand this. Who the fuck is using these iron sights? Not me, not anybody. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. The POF9. Reduce all recoil. The POF has legit the weirdest recoil patterns in this fucking game. And using this weapon is a genuine death sentence. The damage does not make sense to use. Is it saying this gun's single fire? Why is it saying this is a single shot weapon? I don't know why it's saying that, but I'm noticing that right now. I mean, it might as well be. This thing stinks. Even using the one-time scope with this gun, it's just clunky and awkward, and I don't like it. But running the ACOG, you're just not winning any gunfight. It's already on a bad operator, so if you mix it in the POF, it's just horrible, and you're not gonna have fun. The Commando 9. Imagine if we removed the reload animation. You feel that pain in your heart after I said that? Yeah, exactly what I felt. And no, it's not the cholesterol. If they ever remove the animation, I swear to God, I'm gonna crash out. The M870. God, I miss using this thing. I think the shotgun needs a damage buff. It used to be amazing and the best shotgun, but now it just kind of stinks, and it's just because of the damage. You already have better shotguns, and I swear to God, unfortunately, this is just not one of them. But I think a damage buff or like an increase in fire rate would be pretty gangster. The SMG-11. Bro, remember when the SMG-11 had 30 rounds? If you said yes, you're a damn liar, because that never happened. I say we put a drum mag and a switch on the SMG-11. Just go full out Black Air Force energy and Siege. No actual reason for this, no sense of balance. I just want everybody to suffer. This gun is already amazing. It doesn't need any change. I don't think it needs to be reduced in recoil. I don't think it needs more recoil. The fire rate is literally 1270. That is fucking insane. Just imagine this with a drum mag. That would be terrifying. Mixed with the switch, so the fire rate would probably be like 1500. The MP5K. Can we please like add a grip to this gun? Like, I see like there's a vertical grip built in on the gun. Why can't there be an option to remove this? Like, I would rather run horizontal on this thing. I just want that option. Like, This gun already has no recoil. Can I at least make it so my movement speed is better? Or hell, even my reload speed. This thing has no purpose. Like, it's just stupid. The UMP-45. This is for Pulse mainly. I think Pulse needs the UMP-45 mixed in with the ACOG. We had them with the 1.5 scope and nobody complained. Why can't we have it? Nobody's gonna complain about it. I think it's going to increase the pick rate. And honestly, even then, I still don't think Pulse is a crazy op, but I would just love to see Pulse played a lot more. The MP5 is going to be a horrible take. I know it's going to piss a lot of people off. I don't think any of the MP5s should have an ACOG. I am genuinely tired of people picking fucking Rook and Doc just for the simple fact of having an ACOG, but not for the fact of util. First of all, Rook has horrible util. Second of all, I get they have the ability to heal their teammates. I swear to God, most of them never do. And if they do, you might get one stim, but the rest of the stims are for himself. The MP5 plus ACOG just increases the likelihood of having a piece of shit on your team. The P90, hear me out. Gun right now, 50 bullets. There's 50 bullets in the magazine. I get it. Now imagine if this gun had 100 rounds. That would be hilarious. Imagine swinging people with 100 rounds and a P90. Horrible idea. I just want to see it exist. Like, that's it. That's the only change I want. I just want to see this happen for like 3 days in Siege. I want 3 days with it, and then you could take it away. The VSN. I love this gun, but tell me why this gun has the worst weapon skins on it. Like, even the good weapon skins, like the rare ones, they look like shit. Look, Aki no Suro looks like this. Like, that looks so bad. Ryuko, it looks lame. Crossfade it's just mainly pink. There's like no dark purple. Honestly, this gun just doesn't have any good weapon skin combinations, and honestly, it just pisses me off. It's a stupid change. I just think we need better, more accommodated, situated skins on it. Onami's actually a pretty decent one though. The Sausage. Or the SAS G12, whatever the fuck. I just call it the Sausage. Increased damage range. The Sausage used to be good, but I swear to God, it actually sucks now. Bro, have you actually tried using it? It's actually a handicap. It's terrible. Look at the damage, 26. 26. No, it actually also has recoil. Like, this shotgun actually has recoil. It's terrible. This thing is actually a death sentence. Don't use this gun. Just increase the damage or like lower the recoil. Just something around that aspect, please, for the love of God. The DP27. Where do I begin? This is the most chunky gun in the game. Can we just increase the ADS speed? Like, at least just do that. I feel like aiming down with this gun just takes too goddamn long. The 416C carbine. ACOG, ACOG, ACOG. For the love of God, ACOG. Given the fact that Jaeger's the only one that has this gun, he actually needs an ACOG. Jaeger has become the most irrelevant character in existence. It's so many counters, I can't even count that high. Just please give him an ACOG back. The 9mm C1. This gun is damn near perfect. Has no recoil, solid damage, decent fire rate. If I'm being honest, the only change that I could think of is we give this gun to another operator. And I nominate Caveira has this gun. That's the only change that needs to happen. Caveira needs this gun, okay? Her loadout's already shit. This gun is not broken. It's a good gun. Just give it to Caveira. Even if it's a one-time scope only, she needs it. The Super 90. All I'm gonna ask you guys is, do you guys remember when this thing wasn't called the Super 90, but the Sniper 90? That's all I want. I just want to see this gun go back to its prime. I'm just gonna play this one clip, and you're just gonna see how terrifying this fucking gun was.
To your right? Yeah.
The MPX. Let's create chaos and give the MPX the 1.5 scope. No logic to it. I just want to watch the world burn. Just look at how much chaos this shit created back then.
Close double, close double. Okay, close double.
No looker, the no looker.
The M12. Kind of like what I said to Jaeger's 416. I'm just going to say ACOG. The only difference is the fire rate and the damage on this gun is already bad. I don't think the ACOG would do too much, but I do think the ACOG would somewhat make playing Caveira somewhat more like interesting, just good. Like, feel a lot better. This gun already sucks, okay? I think we can all agree. This is the worst SMG in the game. Just give her the ACOG. Just give the M12 the ACOG. Fucking ass already. The Spaz 15 drum mag. I know I keep saying drum mag for certain guns, but can you imagine how terrifying the drum mag on Caveira's Spaz 15 would be? Imagine this bitch sneaks up on you and just absolutely just Thanos snaps you out of existence. Just turn to dust. Particles. would be hilarious. It'd be like the AA-12 from Call of Duty. Like, that's what it would genuinely feel like. The MP5 SD, not really a great idea of mine, but can we please have the option to take off the silencer? Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a gun expert. I don't know if it's like built into the gun, but I feel like it's just, I fucking hate it. I would rather run like a flash hider or a compensator or hell, even a muzzle brake. The suppressor sucks, okay? We all know what the MP5 plus the suppressor like with on dock feels like. It's the same thing on this fucking gun. It's just not fun. I would rather have the option to remove it. The Vector. Remove ACOG on Goyo's Vector. I really don't think he needs it. The high fire rate plus ACOG just should not be allowed. Mira's Vector is already amazing, so why not have that just go back to that, like just one-time scope? Goyo plus ACOG is no. The T5, probably the most well-rounded gun on defense. I say the T5, but only on Oryx, should also have an ACOG. Now, I know a lot of these changes come down to just give a certain character or a certain gun an ACOG, but that's because that's literally all the gun might need. I don't think it should be on Legion, that'd be broken, but Oryx is such a dog shit operator and such a low pick rate, and we are in a shield meta and his pick rate is still terrible. I think just give it the ACOG just for the Oryx T5. The 612 SD. The 612 versus the 612 SD are two different things. For this one, I'm gonna say reduce the damage. If you've ever actually used this weapon, especially on defense, it's genuinely broken. It is horrible. It says 46 damage, okay? That is bullshit. That is cap. You deadass can one tap somebody with this thing. And it already has like an increased like fire rate. You could just straight up full auto somebody with this gun. And only one shot just needs to one shot them. Broken. Just reduce the damage. I say to like 32 or something. The Scorpion. Revert back to the old Scorpion. 50 rounds, no recoil. Scorpion is such a watered down gun now that I feel like it needs some type of love. And I just say we bring that back. The FO12. Okay, we need to nerf this even more into the ground. I refuse to go back to the Ella Shoddy meta. This gun used to piss me the fuck off like no other. Every other meta we've been through, I promise you Ella Shoddy meta is the one thing that we never want to see back. All I'm gonna say is Royal Penguin would use this shotgun on PC diamond lobbies and champ lobbies and absolutely piss people off because of how broken it was. Controller shotgun players on PC, specifically with this gun, would upset PC players. That's how broken it was. The K1A. This one was honestly hard to think of a change. It's a balanced weapon, and any change either breaks the gun or makes it broken. So I say stick an ACOG on it, as well as a 200 round magazine. That seems balanced. I'm kidding. Like, no, don't take me serious on this one. But in all seriousness, this is gonna be the only gun where I genuinely couldn't think of a change. I think it's perfect. I think it's one of the most well-balanced weapons in the game. Nothing needs to be done about this gun. If you guys want to give a crack at it in the comments down below, go for it, but I couldn't think of anything that made sense to me. Maestro LMG, aka the Elda 556. I miss when this thing had the ACOG, but what I missed more was the fact that this thing's hipfire accuracy was insane. I remember when people would spawn peek hipfire with the Elda. That's how accurate this bitch was. I think it should go back to that, okay? It's still, if you really think about it, it's a hipfire. You're still at a disadvantage. I don't know why it was ever deemed broken, but it was just funny. The ACS-12. I absolutely hate how this thing is a slug shotgun now, and I just kind of miss when it was that shitty shotgun. It was horrible. The ACS-12 was one of the worst shotguns in existence off release. One of the worst guns, but it was fun, okay? 30 fucking bullets of just straight up shotgun is just funny as hell. Slug shotgun is just lame. I'm not gonna lie. The MX4. This is a 2-for-1. I say increase mag size to 36 and decrease damage by 4. The fire rate alone carries this gun. That's the only changes that ever need to happen with the MX4. The AUG A3. Given the fact this is only on Cade, just give him an ACOG. When the AUG A3 had the 1.5 scope, it was never deemed broken. Okay, it was balanced. Cade already has a gun that has an ACOG. Might as well give it to the A3. Some people are still going to choose the TCSG, whatever the fuck a shotgun's called. I personally hate that gun. Okay, I really do. I would rather use this. But if I'm being real, sometimes I just want the line of sight over the actual gun. And that brings us to the TCSG. Can we all agree that this gun is inconsistent as hell? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm two-tapping people, and the other time times, I swear to God, I will tag somebody 6 times and they still don't die. And I die. Only change I would genuinely have on this gun would make it so the damage drop off is balanced, because it is not. It doesn't make any sense. The P10 Roni increased the ammo count. Ever since the 1.5 scope was taken away from this gun, no one wants to use it. The 15 bullets plus a one-time scope does not justify people wanting to use it. If I'm playing Mozzie, I'm going to run the Commando. If I'm playing a Rooney, I'm going to run the MK14 EBR. The only way to make this somewhat usable is to either make it 21 or like 26 bullets. Otherwise, I don't see anybody wanting to touch this fucking thing. The UZK50GI. It's kind of solid, but I think it needs an ACOG. And it comes down to the fact that Thorn is just shit. And we've had the 1.5 scope on it, and I will say I don't ever think that this gun was broken with the 1.5. So an ACOG really wouldn't make it that crazy and would just kind of create an opportunity for Thorn to be played more. Might not be a great idea, but if I'm being real, I couldn't think of really any other change for it. Last but not least, the PCX33. This is gonna be weird, but hear me out. This gun only exists on Scopos. Both robots have the same gun and the same attachments. But what if you had the choice to run ACOG on one? But if you did, the other weapon on the other robot would have only iron sights. You either go 1x scope on both guns, or you go ACOG and iron sights. One or the other. All right, that was pretty much all the primaries, so I'm just gonna do the secondaries really quickly. I only picked out a few of them. I didn't do all the secondaries, so bear with me. The Revolver, or LFP 586. Never knew that was the name. One in the chamber. Imagine if this gun had one round in the chamber, but imagine if it was also able to one-shot no matter what. Very similar to how the golden gun is. You just put a big-ass bullet in the chamber. It's a horrible idea, but it'd be funny as fuck. The D50, aka the Deagle. All right, the simple change for this gun, I feel like the Deagle, given the fact that it's a 50 caliber round, should be able to break beams and walls, essentially making it easy to make rotates if you really wanted to, or at least head holes. It makes sense, okay? It's a 50 fucking caliber. The RG-15. Put an extended mag on this bitch. I want to see Ella running around like a maniac, pretending to be John Wick and just pissing on the enemy team. Even if I'm on the enemy team getting pissed on, I'm not even going to be mad about losing it. Hear me out. Hear me out. We already have a Han Solo like scope on it. Now imagine if it was Callie's scope, okay? Just imagine, just like that line, not saying the actual scope, but it had like the ability to go from 1 times to just fucking 12 times. Just like Callie. It would be hilarious for one-tap clips. That's all I want in this world. The Gone 6. 2 shots. You shoot 1 and get to reload a second. I mean, realistically, who comes into combat in a situation where you only have 1 round? I don't think it's a good idea, of course. I think it would be broken, but it would be an interesting change. Can you even like reload this thing? I don't even know. Maybe it's literally built for 1 bullet, but I doubt this gun is not able to be reloaded. I could be wrong. I don't really know the fucking lore behind this thing. The 44 Vendetta. Add a switch. Imagine this gun had a switch. I know, it's a revolver. It doesn't actually make sense, but a switch. Can you imagine getting chased down by like it's already fast fire rate, but imagine if this bitch was even faster. That'd be hilarious. Cavs Lewison. I would say reduced damage range drop off. I get this pistol used to be 99 damage with no drop off back then, but this thing kind of sucks now. And I think the damage drop off is just way too much. It would just make getting interrogations a lot easier, and it wouldn't be broken, but it would just feel more, I guess, balanced and increase the pick rate in cav, especially in high rank. The P10C. Put a 3-time scope on this. Can you imagine a clash just turning on you with a 3-time scope pistol? Now, I would say this is a stupid, unrealistic idea, but we've all seen pistols with actual scopes. If you guys have ever played Rainbow Six Vegas 2, you were able to put a legit fucking 12-time scope on a revolver and a pistol. Now imagine that, but in Siege. It's a horrible idea, but it's a fun idea. And last but not least, this is for all secondary shotguns. This might sound dumb, but sometimes it doesn't make sense how most of the secondary shotguns, you can't one pump, even if you're like 3 feet away. Now, I'm not saying they should be able to snipe you, but at the end of the day, it is a shotgun, so if I'm at least 3-4 feet away from you, How am I not doing a lot of damage? How am I still losing that fight? It's ridiculous. Just increase the damage, okay? That's all I want. That's literally all I want. Oh, that was a long video, I'm not gonna lie, but that has been one change for every single weapon in Siege. I would have done every pistol, but I picked the only certain ones because of the simple fact that I could not actually think of any change for any pistol, because who the fuck actually cares about most of the pistols? If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, 1,700 likes, and we'll cook up another one for next week. And it's been great. If you guys made it through, I love you. It's time to cue the outro. I was talking for over an hour. This is great.
I'm about to say all the while, you know I love a tiger. She got the buns I admire. I'm at the butt, I bet you call. I'm about to say all the while, you know I love a tiger. I can go to her ass like a tiger. She like Poppy on fire. She like Poppy on fire.
We gon' not do him LPOA. You got a gun, nigga. Me too. But he know what?